Welcome back to the Reebok Stadium here in Bolton. The draw for round 4 of the competition is not too far away. Just confirmation of some of the headline scores from around the boards. Kirk Shepherd, world finalist, outbeaten by Wayne Jones. Jelle Klaassen through though. Good win over Diamond Dave Askew. Phil Taylor, 104 average in his victory over John Ferrell. Raymond van Barneveld, look at that. He said he's been struggling with the flu. He loves this venue. He's over his flu problem, and didn't he just show it? A 9-0 whitewash over Tony Ayres. Scott Wace, BDO world number 4, a 9-4 victory over Wayne Atwood. It was tight, it was tense between Adrian Lewis and Wayne Mardle. Adrian Lewis winning out. Robert Thornton, another qualifier, 9-7 over Michael Van Gerwen. And Chris Mason putting out the Bradford postman, Joe Cullen, but he's only 19. He's a great player, and he's one we'll be seeing a lot more of. Just one match to be completed. Chris Thompson against Adrian Gray, happening on board number 8. And as soon as that match is finished, the draw will be up and running. Rod Harrington is here alongside me. Rod, it's been an exciting evening.
There's been some great games, Dave, and what's pleasing for me is some of the players that have not been playing too well over the last 6 months to a year have actually started to come back on form a bit. Terry Jenkins for one, I mean, a great win here. Andy Hamilton, you know, the Hammer Hamilton, you know, it's good to see him have a good performance as well.
Wayne Mardle will be kicking himself after that defeat to Adrian Lewis.
Yeah, well, Lewis let him off to go 8-6 up. Lewis should have made it 7-all, missed a few darts at a double. Wayne nicked it. And then you've got to finish from there on, and Wayne knows that. He knows he should have closed the game out there, but Adrian, you never know what you're going to get with Lewis because he's such a heavy scorer and a talented guy.
Only 2 qualifiers are left, and they're quality qualifiers.
Yeah, they are. They're quality dart players for sure. You know, Scott Waits we've seen before on TV, and he is good. Robert Thornton, what I liked about Robert Thornton, I mean, Van Gerwen had him on the ropes. You know, there was one leg there where he missed about 7 darts at a double, and that would have given him command of the game. And I think that's what Van Gerwen's not been doing. He's not been closing legs out when he should do, get advantage of the game. So he had, 4-ton plus finishes in the first 6 legs. Well, you've got to move on from there and close games out.
It's an open draw from right through the tournament, so anyone can play anyone, which makes it very exciting.
It makes it great. Now I'm sitting here not a player, David. It's great because you know there's going to be some big names come out against each other. I mean, you know, we could end up with a Barney Taylor for the next round and a Wade Hamilton. You know, it could easily happen.
We're just waiting for this match to conclude over here, the Thompson-Gray game. Chris Thompson in the driving seat at the moment, but Adrian Gray, we've seen him put in some good performances. We saw him beat Taylor in Dublin not so long ago.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. He made the last 60 in the US Open, and he is a good player. But the same again with Adrian, just sometimes he doesn't close games out when he's got the chance. And when you look back at a game, Dave, you're always going to look at, should I have won that leg? You know, 1 or 2 darts at a double here, and then Steve Beaton did it last night, 2 darts at double 8 to go 4-2 up. And, you know, you've got to do that, and that's one thing that Adrian Gray's got to learn, but he's only a young man.
Is it harder playing on these outside boards? They're, you know, way out on board number 8. The hubble bubble of the place goes on, they're watching the main boards. Is that a distraction, do you think?
It probably is to some players. I mean, a lot of the lesser known players would prefer to play on them, the smaller boards, because when they get on the big stage, they feel everybody's watching them. They've got live Sky TV, so it gets to them a bit. So they should be used to that board. But what you've got to do, Dave, I mean, this game is going really top professional with the production that Sky put in and the money the PDC have put in. It's only going to get worse with the crowd-wise. So you have to shut that off. You know, you never hear Taylor moaning, you know, you never hear Mardle moaning about the crowd. They use the crowd to their advantage.
Okay, well, we're waiting for the conclusion of the Adrian Gray-Chris Thompson game. Let's just show you what happened in the Michael Van Gerwen Robert Thornton game, the first one up on the main board this evening.
What an amazing night of darts in store here at Bonnie Building.
Double top for an 11-dart finish. You don't get much better than that.
Synchronicity. 2 19s for level. Oh, game on! Wowee! Clever sell this one, Crooks. Treble 13, double 16. He's magic! Oh, what a performance! 20s. If he does this, treble 17, wants the ball. Oh! I've never seen a set like it. 127. Doesn't have to get it, but I won't be surprised if he continues this. Double it! Oh! 5 ton and a 6 ton pluses on the bounce. 20. Tops. Got to go to the right of the marker as the big Scotsman. Beautiful dart!
Oh yes, he's done it this time. 8-7 to Thornton. Van Gerwen will rue the fact that he missed that double stick.
Here we go. Double 18 to end a classic. The World Master takes out the brilliant lad who had 5 brilliant 100 shots out. Thornton's the winner.
Robert Thornton then through with that victory. He's had a tough time of it coming through, but what about Michael Van Gerwen? Because we expected so much from Michael Van Gerwen when he came over, and he really hasn't delivered. We see flashes of it.
He is a great player, Dave. I remember watching him last year in that Master of Darts in Holland when he beat Taylor, he beat Barneveld, and just didn't beat him, he beat him up. You know, he really is a talented player. But I just think at times he just rushes himself too much, you know. Instead of stepping back on the odd dart, you know, and just checking himself, if he throws a bad dart, you don't follow it up, and I think that's what he's been doing. But I mean, I've seen a better performance in Michael today than I have done for a while.
It also showed the quality of Anastasia, didn't it?
Yes, it certainly did. I mean, she's a quality player. I mean, we've had other girls, Dita Hedman, come and play there, and, you know, everybody feared her. You know, there's other girls like Trina Gulliver. She must be sitting at home going, do you know what, I should be able to go with these men on the PDC and Sky. And but she made a great account of herself, and I think that it's very hard to play a woman. And when a woman's very good, you think, well, I could get beaten here, and you're thinking of, you know, the consequences of all your mates having a little bit of a rip into you. But he played well. If he gets the right draw, he could be dangerous.
Some big names in the draw, some big names out. Merv King was taking on Wes Newton. Let's just show you what happened in that match.
Well, it's been some game, hasn't it?